So of course, we're going to start by creating a frame. We're going to be using a desktop frame, iMac specifically. And please, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Encourage me to create more videos, more content for you. So we'll just go ahead and customize the color of the frame. Please subscribe to my channel. Please encourage me to create more content. Please, thank you very much. Of course, we are going to be importing the navigation icons, that's the next and the previous navigation buttons or icons. We'll be using the plugin Iconify. You can install it from the Figma community. The link will be provided in the description. You can just click on the link, it will take you straight to the Figma community and you can install it. So we will just go ahead and customize the button, change the color, make it a little bit bigger. We have to design with accessibility in mind. As it is now, it's almost not clickable because it's very small, so we have to make it a bit bigger, a bit larger, and then align it properly. Wherever you do on Figma, whenever you're designing, alignment is very important. As you can see, the icon is now brighter and the color contrast is looking real good. You just have to duplicate this next button. You can duplicate by using Ctrl D or holding down the Alt key and clicking and dragging on the next icon, then to be duplicated. So just make sure that they are both properly and perfectly aligned. When we are done with the alignment, we'll have to invert the order or the orientation of the previous button, because as it is now, it looks like the next button. We can't have two next buttons on the frame or two previous buttons. One has to be next and the other has to be previous. So one will take us further front, the other will take us further back. So there it has been rotated by 180 degrees. The next thing we'll do is to create skeletons or frames for the pictures where we'll be placing the pictures. We'll create 5 skeletons or 5 frames for the pictures. If you need more pictures, more picture carousel, maybe 11, you have to create 11 frames. If you need 20 pictures, create 20 frames. If you need just 3 pictures, create 3 frames. So the number of pictures has to correspond to the number of frames that you create. We'll add the stroke color and customize the color and the width to make it more visually appealing. Just duplicate this and resize it. Remember, we're making 5 of it, of different sizes. Excellent. So in order to save us some time, I actually skip creating the other frames. Drawing the rectangle is no big deal. And just click on the rectangle tool or just hit R on your keypad or your keyboard and you can draw the rectangle. Then you just draw it and align it as it is right now. And then you duplicate. Now this particular frame you're going to be filling with the picture using a plugin. First of all, let's remove the fill color. Let's leave it at just the stroke or outline color. Excellent. So we're using the Unsplash plugin to fill the rectangle with a picture. So we're searching for images of models. Now this is just one. Remember, we'll need five of these. We'll need five of these pictures. So this is just one. We'll go ahead and duplicate this either by using Alt key, holding down the Alt key and dragging, or using Ctrl D. So we just replace the picture. We can't have duplicates of the same picture, right? It's been replaced. So we just do this 3 more times to have 5 pictures. Remember, we have 5 frames. We are inserting 5 images. So we just do this multiple times, and there we have our 5 images. Now we're going to be placing these images on the picture frames that were created earlier. So we'll have to match the resolution of these pictures to those on the frames on the iMac. But before that, let's rename our pictures to make it orderly. It's a good practice to always rename your elements. All right, as you can see, we're going to be placing the image perfectly on the frames created earlier. So that was the first one. The second one is going in. Now to make this perfect, you have to click on the frame that you wish to place the image on, and then go to the properties section, take a look at the height and the width, memorize it, and then replace that value with that of the image so you can align perfectly. So just do that for the other pictures. I could speed up the whole process, but I just want you to really understand. As you can see, this picture is not properly aligned, so we'll have to change the fit. Have to change it to crop so that we can capture great detail of the picture. And just bring it down a little more, a little more, a little more. Excellent. Place it on the frame. As you can see, the guidelines are aligned properly and perfectly. Next picture, do the same thing. Take a look at the value for the height and the width. Memorize it. And change it accordingly. Place it on top of the frame. Go ahead and take the last picture. Check the resolution, the height and the width. Memorize it and apply it to the image. There we go. Awesome. It's not perfectly aligned, so we'll have to crop it. Down, 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 down. Excellent. There we go. Just place it right there. Perfect. Excellent. So next we have to bring the images to front. You can do that by holding your keystroke on the keypad, or you can just right click and select bring to front. The open square bracket, you can use that to bring to front as well. So there we have our first frame. Now all we just have to do is to duplicate this frame. We'll have to duplicate this frame, highlight it and duplicate. You can duplicate by pressing Ctrl D, and then we have our next frame, frame 2. I mark 2. And then we'll just have to change the order of the pictures. Change the order of the pictures and resize it accordingly. So the first will go to the last, the second to last will go to second to first, and like that, and like that, and like that. And you're going to be repeating this process for all 5 frames. Each of the images will have a frame. So for the first frame, we've already customized that. Now we are working on the second frame, in which the image order and positions be modified accordingly. And then we'll also have to do that for the third frame, for the fourth frame, and for the fifth frame. But I'm doing the second one, even though we've done the first one together, I'm doing the second one so you can actually get a perfect idea of how it's done. And then after the second one, you're just going to have to pause the video and continue the process. Then you come back up and resume the tutorial. So there, change the order and positions of the pictures. Please take note of the image dimensions. It's expedient, it's very, very important for the resolutions to be exact. It has to be precise. Because even if there's a difference by as little as 3 pixels, you might run into trouble. So it has to be exact. And you can see the guidelines, they are aligned perfectly. Then when you're done, you bring the images to front. Excellent. Excellent. So there we've done our second frame. So you just duplicate this and do the same thing for frame 3, frame 4, frame 5. So these are frame 3. So you just what we've done previously, just repeat it. And there, this is our fifth frame. We're done. So the next thing we'll do is to hide the rectangles on which the pictures were placed. So the rectangles that were created earlier, you have to hide all of them, not just in one frame or 2 frames, but in all the frames. So frame 1, I mark 1, I mark 2, I mark 3, I mark 4, I mark 5. You have to hide the image frames or skeletons on every single one of them. Careful not to misalign any of the pictures or delete any one of them. There we go. There we go. Now we'll prototype. We'll be using Smart Animate. On click, change to Smart, and the duration will be 500 milliseconds. That's 5 seconds. And Figma is smart enough to copy the properties for your previous interaction onto the next interaction. So as you can see, we don't have to change the duration or the animation style, the interaction style. Figma has automatically applied our previous settings. So you just have to do just to click and drag. Excellent. Well done. So please, if you're new to the channel, you're enjoying this video, please leave a like, leave a comment. If there's anything you don't understand, leave a comment. I'll be sure to answer every single comment, every question you ask. And please subscribe to the channel, please, and turn on the notification bell for greater content so you don't have to miss any more of my tutorials. Now, take note, the last frame, frame 5, the next button will have to direct to the first frame, which is iMac 1. So on the iMac 5, the next button or icon will navigate to the first frame, which is iMac 1. And then the previous button on frame 1 will navigate to the last frame, which is iMac 5. Take note of this, it's very, very important. Without this, your prototype would behave funny. And you know what funny means, right? All right, so that's everything. I think let's go ahead and preview or present what we've done so far. And hopefully everything goes well. Yeah, I think I got that. Change is saved. There we go. Excellent. So let's see. Ooh. Mm, 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 How's that? Isn't that awesome? Isn't this wonderful? Seamless transition. How's that? Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe and leave a like.